Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Okay, Wade versus Wade. Nothing has changed. Even though Nathan may have resigned, it's not stopping a thing. I like that. I keep on saying I like the instrumental. I just like it. I love it. Foil. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yeah. So I don't think in a million years that Nathan Wade has ever thought that this situation will blow up in his face as it did. Now, we all have been cheated on one way or another. We all have had to feel the experience and the embarrassment depending on the level of the cheating. Now, men, women cheat. Yes, they do. Some more than others, depending on the type of person you get with. I don't think in a million years that Jocelyn Wade would have thought that she would be in this situation on the world, not the block, not the neighborhood, maybe not even part of the city, but the whole world knows about her husband, and the woman he was with. And the fact that he spent more money on the woman that he was with than his wife. I mean, it's like, whoa, man. And some of us have been with a spouse that has had a relationship with a person that they worked with, or even person down the street that you may have, that you may know, have seen in passing. I don't think that Jocelyn Wade has ever seen Fanny, or if she has seen her, well, yes, she has seen her, but it never possibly ever crossed her mind at all that she would have to worry about anyone. Now, it takes a lot. It takes a lot, especially for a side chick, a side woman, to say such a thing about her man's wife, to say, oh, well, and put it out there for everyone. Not only say it, but put it in legal documentation. I mean, that right there is a level of low to even step on Jocelyn like that. A level of low. Say, oh yeah, well, my man's wife, yeah, she messed with his best friend back in 2015. And since that happened, they've been separated, and we got together in 2022. So he has been, for these past 7 years, he has been a born again virgin. Yes. Yes, my man. That's his wife, but yeah, she did him dirty. So I have free reign on him. Man, the levels. And Nathan did absolutely nothing to correct it. He co-signed. And I feel confident in saying that she never did the things that Fanny has said that she has done or did, for this fact, this one fact. he agreed to temporary spousal support. Like I said in a previous video, if she stepped out on him all those years ago, let me see, what is 2000, 9 years ago, she stepped out on him 9 years ago, and they were waiting for their youngest child to graduate from high school and to go on to college. And he has been by himself for 9 years and not stepping on the vows of his marriage because his wife did that. Okay, I'm not going to step on the vows. I'm going to go ahead and take her to the woodshed after when our children leave. It's going to be on. It's going to be Wade versus Wade. No, no, that's not what happened. That is not what happened. But I want to show you something. This right here really tripped me out when I saw this. I was like, what? What? She just look at this. Just look at this. Okay, wait, I didn't mean to go there. I just was thinking, I'm just like, you can't make this up. Check this out. This right here is Fanny's Twitter page, right? Now, I don't know if you can see this. Okay. Now, Fanny is directly in the middle where the circle emblem is. Fanny is right there. Now, let me blow this up some. Right there's Fanny, right? Now, as you look around, who don't you see? Uh-oh. One person who you don't see, I can't get it right, is Nathan. Nathan isn't there. He isn't there. And I found that rather interesting. I'm like, okay. You're working as a special prosecutor. Your wife doesn't know. You're making all this money. Not to mention, you were working in Cobb County and you had a special relationship with Sonia Allen, and she was paying you $500 an hour. And interesting part was this. He was working on a case to investigate the jails and how the inmates were dying, and he's making all this money. And when it came time for the report, he said, the report's in my head. You can't make it up. You really can't. You can't make that up. But now that Nathan resigned, he hasn't, well, he's not making that big money anymore. Now he's back to his private practice. That doesn't change a thing. It doesn't change a thing at all. He's still going to get that divorce. And I'm sitting here wondering. I'm like, okay. I'm like, BGD. Do you think Nathan would be that much of a jerk to embarrass his wife on the world stage? Say that she did these horrible things to her husband to where it made it okay for him to step out on her with a couple of different women. Who know, I have a funny feeling that it was way more than Sonia Allen and Fannie Willis. Way more than that. Just way more. Just as far as how he flaunted himself out there to where he could openly leave the country, take Fanny all over the place, right? Keep in mind, his wife was in Texas taking care of her mother. He didn't take Sonia Allen anywhere. Just around Cobb County. Wild. But then I saw this. I just was like, this right here is something. You really, really can't. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, let me share my screen. All right. I hope this.
Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade now says her husband spent more than $1,000 on airline tickets for Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. The trips Wade allegedly took with Willis are said to have gone to San Francisco and Miami. A filing made by Wade's wife shows what she says are her husband's credit card statements from 2002 and 2023, detailing the flights booked in the name of Fani Willis. Willis has been subpoenaed to testify in the Wade divorce case and filed her own motion asking a judge to block the subpoena. The story just breaking here within the last couple of hours. We will have the very latest for you coming up on 11 Alive News at 5 and 6.
Did you get?
Just nice.
My goodness. Okay. Did you catch the span of the credit card statements? 21 years from year 2002 to 2023. Now, those credit card statements, they were talking about Miami and other places that Fani and Nathan did not admit to. So those credit card statements, oh my goodness. My heart goes out to her. I mean, because I'm pretty sure all of us had a relationship to where somebody just cheated that badly. But again, like I said, it doesn't stop anything. It's not going to stop the divorce. And even though that Nathan resigned, I don't, even if he goes and gets on his hands and knees and begs his wife, oh, Jocelyn, please take me back. I'm sorry. I mean, I was horrible. I was lost. I had midlife crisis. Nah. There are some things that some spouses can forgive, but a worldwide embarrassment to where he didn't care and his side piece didn't care at all. How do you come back from that? You can't. But let me show you something else. The levels of Fanny's disrespect is just outrageous. Her disrespect is just wild. All right, here. Okay, who's Nathan's wife? Okay, there. I had this all. Oh man, the markers I had are gone. Oh no, but that's all right. Okay, Fulton County DA Fani Willis is accusing the estranged wife of one of her special prosecutors in Donald Trump's election interference case, using her contentious divorce to damage her reputation and interfere with their probe. You know, you can't make that up. I swear, you cannot make that up. Fani had the nerve to say, look, check this out. My boyfriend's wife is trying to not only embarrass me, but also trying to shed light and trying to mess with my job, interfering in the election, the election interference. I mean, the nerve that this woman has. It's like the level of narcissism is off the Richter scale. I mean, if there were a scale for her level of narcissism, it would be way to the moon. That's how high it is. And for her to even say it and put it out there, the unmitigated gall that woman has is beyond comprehension. Like I said, those of us who have been through a level of embarrassment of a cheating spouse or a significant other, it's outrageous. It is outrageous, but Fanny is correct. Okay. All right. So let me continue on. I mean, okay. Fanny Willis filed a motion in the court this week after she's seeking an unwittingly dragged into a divorce proceeding of her special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, with whom she was accused of having an affair earlier this month. Okay. All right. Where do I even begin on that one? This is the same person. Fannie Willis is the same person that went conspiring with MAGA. Okay. Fannie is the same person who went to a historically Black church. Okay. Everybody knows. Well, if you don't know, you're going to know. Is that Black churches, especially historically Black churches, is where everybody congregates. Okay. And they congregate on so many different levels. But she went to the historically Black church saying, hey, look, they are prosecuting a Black man. Okay. They're going after a Black man. They never said Nathan Wade's name. They're going after a Black man and this and that, and it's not true. And I never committed adultery. I never committed adultery. I never had, and she pulled a Bill Clinton. I never had a sexual relationship with that man. That's what she said. And she stirred the pot up. Now, my thing is this. It's not about Donald Trump. No. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. This has nothing to do with politics. This has nothing to do with any of those things. This has everything to do with Fannie and her disrespect for the marriage, her disrespect for the church. Because after when she said those things, 2 weeks later, she admitted to having a sexual relationship with Nathan Wade. You go into a church that is supposed to be sacred, right? You go to confess your sins, to wash off your sins, and to go to be forgiven. That's not what she did. She went, looked all those people in their faces, all of them, looked at all of them. To the preacher, bishop, whomever it was, in all the congregation, on TV, the cameras in her face, and lied. Now, I got a huge problem with that on so many different levels because she was talking about race and religion. Those are the two things that can stir people up, stir them up, beat some eggs. That was the worst thing that she could have ever done. That was the worst thing. Now, I could imagine Nathan Wade's wife possibly sitting back like this watching TV, like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Who are they persecuting? What black man? You know how the United States of America is. You know there's racism and blah, blah, blah. You know, the only thing what you have to do to get people stirred up is say racism. Racism. That it gets everybody riled up. You don't know what's going on. And next thing you know, it's going to be flying. She did that. She did that. And keep in mind, keep politics aside. Once you remove the politics, you're going to see what she did. And she did a lot of harm. Now, what got me, I was blown away by this because she went back to the same church and received a damn award. I'm done. I am completely done. Let me go ahead and get back to this article. I'm starting to get angry all over again. Fannie did that raggedy stuff. Oh my God. The motion was filed, and in the wake of the subpoena issued to Willis on January 9th, the prosecutor's estranged wife, Jocelyn Wade, to testify in the divorce case. Jocelyn Wade, who was 49 years old, a wine consultant in Georgia, shared 2 children with her estranged husband. It is unclear why Willis was deemed a potential witness in the ongoing divorce proceedings. Well, we found out why. We found out why Fannie was called. He said his ex-wife his ex-wife cheated on him with his best friend. What about that? Oh, I just talked about it, but I'll say it again. Look, no, that was something that Fannie said. Now, whether if Fannie and Wade were having some pillow talk, and this is how I feel confident in saying this, is because he's paying temporary spousal support. Now, in Georgia, I was listening to other people, and they were saying, other lawyers that practice in Georgia. One that I know is lead attorney. You could check him out. He talks about cases and breaks them apart. He said in Georgia, if you have an extramarital affair, and then you're like, nope, I'm getting a divorce. Within that divorce, there's something called temporary spousal support. If you cheated, you don't get it. You don't get it at all. You get 0. You don't even get bus fare. You don't get subway fare. You don't get taxi cab fare. You get 0. So Nathan gave his wife temporary spousal support. Now, there's also another case, and that is if you know about the affair and you find a way to get past it and forgive it. Okay, I forgive you. I love you. We're going to work through this together. So the affair that it stated that Jocelyn Wade was said to have with his best friend, he forgave that. For instance, he forgave that. Oh, he forgave her? Okay. He forgave that. Then years go past. Then he gets with Fannie and has an affair with her, which he did. Not to mention he had an affair with another woman that he worked with and got a lot of money. Oh my goodness. I call Nathan a gigolo. A gigolo. He forgave her. Okay. Let's say hypothetically he did forgive her. I mean, I don't see how he would forgive her having relations with his best friend and then forgiving her. That would be a hard one to sell. I don't know. But whether if he forgave her or not, whether if that occurred or not, the one who was saying it first was Fanny. Fanny not only put that in legal documentation, she also sat there and said it in open court. Not only that, Nathan said it in open court. Now, the two of them were not telling the truth. They told fibs outside of saying their names clearly. She told fibs about, okay, we're not going to relitigate that, but she did. So Nathan, he agreed to temporary spousal support. Now, Jocelyn's lawyer brought Fanny into this because Nathan would not give her any information outside his hi. My name is Nathan Wade. I have a practice and I got $2,000 in my checking account, and I owe over $40,000, but I make $14,000 a month. Okay, Nicole says the evidence shows that Fanny came in earlier and he filed for a divorce. So there's no evidence showing anything different. Well, Fanny, as soon as Nathan got that job as special prosecutor, he filed for a divorce. He filed. He got the job. Then he filed for the divorce. No, I'm sorry. He filed for the divorce. Then he got the job. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Now, from him working with Fanny, he made over $700,000. That didn't go in the divorce information. Before that, he worked, I think, 2 years in Cobb County, being investigating terminations of life in jail, and he was paid $500 an hour. That's a lot of money. None of that money was on the divorce thing. None of that was there. So he wasn't trying to give any information, and he held up the divorce for 2 years. My question is why? Why would he hold up the divorce for 2 years when he could have went ahead, got the divorce? Bye, Jocelyn. Take care. Yes, we have 2 children, and we were married for 26 years. But, you know, I no longer want to be with you. I don't love you anymore. I'm trying to get with her. We don't know that? Why do you say we don't know that? Why do you say that? Because everything what he has done made it very clear in his intentions. It was very clear. He took her to play. He took her places that maybe they as a couple held up the divorce. No. I get why you would say that. I get it. But one of the things you don't want to do is hold up a divorce. You want to get that done and over with because things change. Now, those 2 years that he held it up, what was that? There's 365 days in a year. That's what, 700 and what, 50 days that he held it up, that he could have got that divorce. And then he possibly could have married Fanny if he wanted to. It seemed like that she was, I don't know how much Fanny was into him. I'm really not sure. Man, I don't know. Maybe maybe because I'm so upset with with Fanny and what she has done. I just think it isn't cool at all. Okay, we're guessing at things and we don't know. Well, the only thing I know is what I read. Only thing I know is what's in the court case. In the court case, the only thing what I know is what Jocelyn Wade is saying, and the only thing what I know is what Nathan Wade agreed to. That's all that I know. But hold on, let me see. Am I finished with this? Okay, the court filings. Okay, that right there gets into. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and share this because this goes a little bit into. All right. Here it says the court filings. Roman alleged the duo had engaged in improper, clandestine, or secret relationship, a personal relationship, while working on a case during the prosecution in the DA. Okay. The documents also allege that the couple took multiple trips to Napa Valley, the Caribbean, which was paid by the prosecutor after receiving an estimated of $654,000 in legal fees from the county funds. Now, that right there is true. That right there is true. They did do that. And he put everything on a credit card. Everything was on a credit card. And Fanny's name all done after he filed for a divorce. Okay, so he filed for a divorce, but keep in mind, he had a relationship with Fanny during that time of a divorce. Now, there is evidence showing that they had a relationship before he divorced, that he had a relationship with her in 2019. When they both were municipal judges. There was evidence of that. And those credit card statements, and the lawyer went all the way back to 2002 to 2023. Like I said, 20 years, there's going to be a lot that's going to, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I feel bad for Jocelyn. I do. Like I said, if you have been on the other end of being cheated on, and everyone else knows it but you, the levels of humiliation, and then the levels of people say, you should have known your man was cheating. You didn't know your man was cheating. You didn't know he was cheating on you. It's some people are so good at it that you really wouldn't know. Some people are really good at covering their tracks. Let me see. Wait a minute. It says Judge McAfee didn't see evidence of them seeing each other. Well, it's not Judge McAfee. No, it is Jocelyn. He filed for a divorce against his wife. So this right here has nothing to do with Judge McAfee. This has to do with their divorce judge. And those credit card statements, that is what what's her name? Ashley Merchant, and also I call them blue suede shoes. Steve Sado was talking about the credit card statements. So he only got within that time frame from November of 2021 to 2023. He didn't go any further than that because that right there didn't pertain to that. It was only pertaining to show that there was something going on within those 2 years. Now, his wife lawyer went back to 2002. I don't know what evidence she had to say, hey, we may need to look back further. We may want to go back even further because there's something going on, and we really need to find out. I'm going to put the link down, and if anyone wants to come up, that would be great. If you want to come up, Nicole, you can, so we can have this conversation. If you want to, you don't have to. If anybody else wants to come up to talk about this and give their thoughts instead of just hearing me jaw my gums. Jaw my gums. That okay? That didn't come out right. But just because Nathan resigned from his job, it's not going to no. Now, where he's hiding that money, that's the interesting part. So Jocelyn's lawyer is trying. Oh, okay. You're at work. Well, I'm great that you're at work, but I'm glad you're checking me out. Thank you so much. Thank you. But now, I was listening to the lead attorney, and some other people reported having an IOTA account. And what that is for lawyers to put money in when they're trying cases and then disperse the money. And there's another type of account. So, Natalie Giss says, if he was still with her, if she had an affair, then they worked it out. And by law, it was just the affair. As it never happened, he possibly was cheating a long time before she did. Maybe. Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that, Nicole. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. I really do. Thank you so much. Because you most definitely support me heavy. Now, I was talking about that. Oh, well, thank you. I was talking about a little bit earlier about Georgia law. If one cheats and forgiven, then it's like it never happened. But then if one cheats and it's not forgiven and then they file for divorce, then the person does not get temporary spousal support because they cheated. But if that person, let's say Jocelyn cheated with his friend, because that right there is out there. And he's like, okay, Jocelyn, I love you. I forgive you. Let's proceed with our marriage. Then he decides that he's going to get with Fanny. And then he's divorcing his wife. And then his wife finds out about Fanny. And she finds out when everybody else finds out on the news. That's a horrible way to find out. Oh my goodness, a terrible way to find out. But she gets spousal support because he forgave her. But he's on the hook for cheating because she never forgave him. Actually, she didn't know it. because he divorced her and found out about. I mean, what? Wow, just wow, wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Let me see. Is there anything else in this article that I want to bring out? Oh yeah. I mean, Fanny really went overboard. I mean, she really did, in my opinion, because she bullied Fanny. Okay, Fanny is a pit bull. Okay, her realm is law, and she bullied Jocelyn Wade, a woman that had no idea that her and her husband, or Fanny and her husband, has something going on. Okay. Nicole says the wife conspired with MAGA, giving them access to the divorce filing before it. No. What Wade did, in my opinion, was stupid. Very stupid. He brought attention to himself. He's not a celebrity. He took the filings and then he sealed it. He sealed the filings, and his wife's lawyer thought that was strange. And when Fanny went after Trump, what they're going to do, and look, just be lucky that they didn't go after the Clintons. A lot of people are in the graves. A lot of people have met their doom. Lucky he went after Trump. Okay. Trump will expose you, embarrass you, and peck away at you. The Clintons, on the other hand, bye-bye. Okay. But let me see. But where was I at? He filed. He filed it. Let me see. Where were you? Okay. Yeah, he sealed. Okay, he sealed them. And that right there was strange. So it was Ashley Merchant, who is a lawyer for Michael Roman, not Donald Trump, but Michael Roman. And he has been charged with something. I can't remember what the charges are, but that Fanny, Ashley Merchant, is a serious detective. Oh my goodness, she investigated that stuff. Went and had. She's like, wait a minute, why is his divorce record sealed? Why? Then she went and filed to have them unsealed. And when she did that, oh, okay, I get it. I see why. Okay, you say Merchant MAGA is a lot. I wouldn't call a Merchant a MAGA. I wouldn't call her a MAGA. I don't know what her political affiliation is. I just know is that she, at first I thought that she was a terrible lawyer. I'm like, this woman is hitting bricks. I mean, every time she can't get anything in, and I didn't understand why Ashley Merchant was so emotional. And she really went after Nathan Wade. She really went after Terrence Bradley. Well, you don't remember that. You don't remember that. I'm like, damn, you're a terrible lawyer. You're terrible. The wife talked to Merchant and decided to unseal them. No, the wife would not be able to unseal it. No. Ashley Merchant went to the courts and fought to get them unsealed because she thought it was strange. And she was right. she was right. And what she found in there was some interesting stuff. It was very interesting. Found part of their his what is it called? Credit card statements. Found the thing that he filled out showing how much money he made, the breakdown on everything. And everything what he put in there was a lie. It was a lie. Oh, the wife talked to Ash. What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm hearing stuff outside. The wife talked. Now that I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no because I don't know. I don't want to say anything that I can't back up. So I can't back that up. But if you say yes, Nicole, I'll go along with you. But I know that I don't know. But is something else? Oh man. Shoot. I knew there was something else I didn't bring it up. Doggone it. I don't have it on my thing. But this is gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. Nathan, he better get on his hands and knees and pray and say, I was a jerk. If I can get some kind, not to mention, oh my goodness, not to mention the children. Oh man, look. If you have ever been divorced or if you're a child of divorce, it is ugly for the children. It is really ugly. Natalie Gis said, I think she didn't go after Terrence Bradley hard enough. Yeah, she really couldn't go after. Look, Bradley to me, she look okay. How can I just listening to the text, Ashley Merchant. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get it together. To me, Ashley Merchant seemed to be so pissed off because he's sitting there lying. Now, okay, I don't want to really I'm going to get into the case just a little bit to answer this question or statement. Ashley, okay, Terrence Bradley was telling everybody. He told any and everyone who would listen to him. Terrence was a disgruntled, upset, middle-aged, heavy man that wasn't getting any play besides his wife. Now Ashley, it looked like Ashley Merchant knew that, that Terrence may have liked her and maybe she might have given him a wink or whatever it was. But they were talking and he was freely giving her information, freely giving it, going back and forth to the point, so much so to where he said, hey, make sure you put me on a motion because you get money because you get money on the motions. So, okay. Whenever you file stuff, you file for the court, you file this, you file that costs money. The lawyer's got to sit down and go do the work, go out, go investigate, whatever it is, put the motion together and then submit it. Nathan's, not Nathan, but Bradley's like, hey, put my name on the motion. Oh man, he was into it up his eyeballs. Now, to me, it seemed like that he wanted to get back at Nathan because he fired him. But I get why Nathan fired him because Bradley is not smooth like Nathan. He's not getting women willingly to want to be with him. Nah, he's over there being touchy, feely, doing this and doing that, and then getting accused of improper conduct. I mean, oh my goodness. That's what it was. And so Nathan has to pay a freaking client. he was inappropriate with a client. Now, they were allegations. They didn't take it to the next step. Nathan had an inappropriate contact with a assistant lawyer, and the assistant lawyer, he and Wade, not Wade, but he and Bradley went to a club. I don't know what kind of club, but he got touchy feely with him there too. So he's like, look, Bradley, no. I gotta pay this person too. You gotta stop. No, I'm sorry, man. You gotta go. You're my friend, but your pattern of behavior is making me pay these people not to sue the firm. So you gotta go because you're costing me money. I didn't mean to go on like that. But it wasn't under oath and considered gossip. What are you talking about, Nicole? Miss Merchant is a liar. You know, I gotta say, I wanted to believe badly that Ashley Merchant was just trying to do anything to get her clients off. But the text messages, I really did a lot of work on my other channel on that right there. Natalie says, I do think Bradley was threatened. At some point, because Bradley was telling any and everyone who would listen to him. Bradley was in the office of Cobb County. Cindy Lee Yardley, not Yardley, I'm sorry, Yeager, is the second to the top prosecutor in Cobb County, very powerful. And when he's in the office talking to her, Fanny calls. And when when Fanny is talking, Cindy Lee can hear the conversation. She's saying, hey, Bradley, they know about Nathan and I. Shh, tell them nothing. Fanny didn't know that he was already working with Ashley Merchant, even before all this broke. He was working with her a month or 2 months before that, texting back and forth and helping her with the motions. She sent the motions over to him. He looked at it. Hey, it's fine. Go right ahead. Yeah, he did that. All of that came out. And Ashley's like, remember this text, Nathan? Remember that text? Remember that? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I thought you did. I'm like, damn. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me see. Okay, you're saying this is gossip? Okay, how is it gossip? How is it gossip? How is it gossip when Terrence Bradley confirmed that it was true? How is that gossip? Natalie says, yes, Bradley did admit to paying off the women. Yeah, Nathan had to pay it off through, I think it was Bradley's escrow. Because when he left, he left the escrow there because he was getting sued. What do you mean there's no proof, Nicole? In the trial, he admitted to it. So there is proof. He admitted to the text messages. He admitted to it. There is proof. Okay. What do you consider proof? Because we might be defining it differently. Natalie says, not all was gossip because Fannie and Wade admitted to the affair. Yeah. Yeah. So Nicole, I get your point. I do understand your point. I do understand. But when they admit to it, that's evidence. They admitted to it. Bradley admitted that he sent those texts, that those texts that Ashley Merchant pointed out. I mean, those texts get worse. Oh my goodness, those text messages get worse. And there's a lawyer that's putting this information out. I'm like, oh, okay. No gossip. Okay. Natalie says, not the timing. And it's going to get really wild. It's going to get really, really wild. Mm. Wade got himself into something that he can't get out of without totally destroying himself, without totally destroying his family, and without totally having his daughters look at him in a way that they have never looked at him before. And he did a lot of damage. Okay, he wasn't under oath, and that was he was running his mouth. Would you say it was under oath? Well, right now, okay. Right now, what they are doing is a fact-finding process before they even go to trial. Right now, they're not even in trial. What they're doing is setting up for the trial. Like what I was doing earlier with Marilyn Manson, going over the oh my goodness, it's right here, it's not coming out here. Going over not the proclamations, but going over the motions and the things that the lawyers are submitting to the judge, and they're fighting over what is evidence, what isn't evidence. That is what this is right here. Now, since now Judge McAfee said, okay, I found my findings. Look, it's either one of two things is going to happen, Fannie. Either you get rid of Nathan, which she did real fast. It's like Nathan's like, what? Wait a minute. 2 years. I take you places. I should have took my wife, but no, I took you. And yeah, you paid me well, but I did a job. Okay, I did a job. And then you really didn't pay me back, even though I, covered you by saying that you paid me in cash. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. No woman is gonna sit there and say, you're my man, and we're gonna go out of the country. You're gonna take me on vacation, but I'm gonna pay you half back in cash. No. Mm-mm. No. And I'm pretty sure Fannie is a sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha. I bet you, because I see her wearing a lot of pink and green. I do. Let me see. Now, he wasn't under oath. Okay, so that hasn't come yet. And he cheated. Yeah, he most definitely admitted that he did cheat. He did. He had no choice but to admit that. The judge dismissed dismissed what Bradley told Miss Merchant because it was considered no. What he did, because I have the decision. Oh, I didn't mean to. I should have finished that then. Okay. What Judge McAfee did, was he said, look, Fanny, I'm going to give you two things that you're able to do. And these two things I'm going to give you a leadway of backing out. Hopefully, Fanny, that you will back out, dismiss these charges, or if not, get off the case, let it go someplace else. If you do that, you can save yourself. He didn't come out and say it like that, but I'm saying it. He said you could either kick Nathan to the curb or you can resign. But the thing is, if Fanny resigns from the case or the whole case goes away, everyone's off the case if she's off the case. So she's like, hey, Nathan, look, we had good times. We did a lot of great things together. Oh, yeah. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. But you got to go. You got to go. Resign. You got to go. No, I'm not getting off this case. No. No, because this is why. Talk to Kamala. Kamala's going to save me from the disaster I'm going to get myself in. Also, Liz Cheney, out of all the people in the world that hates Trump, she hates him the worst. If you look in the dictionary of who hates Trump, you're going to see Liz Cheney's picture. So I'm going to stay on the case. I'm going to try to find somebody else to prosecute. I don't think anybody's going to trust Fanny. No, guys. Leave the guys out of it. There's going to be another one. Let me see. Natalie says, too much of this, too much of the things that Bradley said were in evidence except for the timing in which he said he was speculating. Man, when he said he speculated, look, he's an officer of the court. All three of them are officers of the court. And they are, the hell? So much noise. The level, okay, they are not held to the level of the average person. If you and I were to go into court and we were to lie, 9.99999% of the time, they're going to let us go. But if you're the officer of the court and you took an oath, okay, you took an oath to uphold the office in which you were in. Oh, you got problems. You're gonna have your law license. The board is going or the law board or whatever it is. They're gonna come looking at you. The judge is gonna say, you know, I'm gonna put sanctions on you because you're held to a higher standard. So Bradley, he's already in trouble for him getting kicked out and having those what do you call it, allegations against him. Nicole says he said there's no conflict of interest, and also he says or mine to me, because I have $7.50 worth of law. Okay. I think that there was a conflict of interest. And that's why, what's his name? John Merchant, Ashley's husband, and Trump's lawyer, Steve Sado, said, let's go for the appearance of improper conduct. Fanny's saying, no, you need the highest proof. You need the smoking gun. You need to see me and Nathan playing patty cake. So the judge was like, okay, I'm not going to go there. But what I'll do is I'm going to set instructions, because in case if you do lose, you can get on an appeal, because all this is already on record. You got everything what you need. Okay. Nicole said he never testified under oath. It was just text messages. Well, they're not in court yet. The trial hasn't begun. They are setting up the trial. They're doing motions and they're setting up the questions, what they're going to ask. That's what they're doing. The trial has not begun. And actually, the trial is not going to begin because he made his ruling saying, hey, it's going to stop right here. The 18 defendants, your lawyers did their very best, but it doesn't rise for me to disqualify Fannie. It doesn't rise to that level. What they have done, it's suspicious. It makes my eyebrow go up, but it's not to the point to where I could say yes. Now, what got me was this. Fannie said, oh yeah. And I took the money from out of my retirement. I took $50,000 out of my retirement and I paid for my campaign. Yeah. And never paid taxes on it. Why didn't they go after that? She said it. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with these lawyers? Oh my God. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, they created appearance for themselves. The motions it's all done. Bradley is no longer involved. Yep. The motions was denied. And no conflict of interest. And that's the wild part about it. Now, I see all kinds of conflicts. I do, but I would have to really, really get into theory and all that stuff and find out what is the level of conflicts, which I don't know. I'm just $7.50 worth of law. But going through these motions, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. Oh my goodness. I should be a lawyer. But Jocelyn Wade, back to Jocelyn. It's going to be interesting. That is going to be a contentious divorce. Oh my goodness. The fact that she was having health issues. And it was like the things that well, I'm not going to say that because I really don't, I haven't read much on it. So I'm not going to put that out there because I have no proof. I don't want to say that and be wrong and mislead you. I don't want to do that. Let me see. I listened to a lot of lawyers and I gave you great people to follow. And follow Media Touch. Media Touch. Okay, I'll check them out. I was looking at some lawyers as well. The lead attorney, he's down there in Georgia, so he's been practicing a law in Georgia, Fulton County, Cobb County, and other places. So he's been a lawyer there for 20 years. I also listened to Judge Joe Brown. What he had to say about it. He's a federal judge, so he also was listening to Judge Joe Brown. Southern Law, I listened to him too. And somebody else I can't think of right now. I can't think of her name right now. It's not hitting me. Let me see. Natalie says the power that the power that B will be coming after her and to keep, yeah. Yeah, yep. Oh yeah. It's gonna get wild. Now you see, Fannie had a hard time finding somebody to even prosecute the case. That's number one. She she asked a couple of people if you followed the case. A former governor, mayor, prosecutor, defense attorney. I can't think of his name right now. He said, nah. He said, I got bills to pay. I don't need that kind of drama. What you're getting ready to open up, I want no parts of. I don't want my life investigated like that. And you know, Fannie, it came out that Fannie, she was right by saying that she didn't see Joe Biden, because she didn't. She didn't see Joe Biden. She saw Kamala Harris. She saw her. Yeah. Let me see. Nicole says, great lawyers, federal prosecutors, etc. And they're going through the documents. Oh yeah, and I'm paying attention to Congress. Yeah, Southern law is good. But he's MAGA. Now you see, I watch everything. I watch everything to get a well-rounded thought. Because if I talk to people that only agree with me, or if I listen to people that only agree with me, I can't sharpen my iron. But if I talk to people who disagree with me, I can listen to what they're saying. And then if I hear something that isn't true, I can say, well, you know, that's not true because of this or that. Iron sharpens iron. So I listen to MAGA, I listen to GOP, I listen to conservatives, I listen to liberals, I listen to the far left, and I listen to libertarians. I listen to everybody. And then I stop and, you know, like, okay, did I gain any information out of that? And plus, I look it up. So I'm like, okay, but I verify. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You say you don't pay. Well, I pay attention to Congress because I have another channel, Politics with Laura. So when I do that, I can't come up there saying any old kind of thing because they would nail me. They would nail me. I have to know what I'm talking about, because if I don't, oh, I get persecuted by any and everybody. They're like, look, you don't know what you're talking about. And if I didn't, then they would be absolutely right. But, you know, I pay attention to Congress. I pay attention to, you know, to the policies, the dumb stuff what they're doing. So by being an independent, I have a great job of beating both sides up. It just so happens, you know, oh man, some of the Democrats are doing the craziest things. And looking at who funds these super PACs, and you gotta be careful who's putting money in the super PACs for these politicians to dip in there and take the money. Now, I found two people. I'm pretty sure I could find some more, but these are some slippery dirt bags. And plus, these politicians are cheap. I'm like, I thought you would do like 20-30 million dollars to basically explode your career. 10,000. Alvin Braggs. Look, I can't believe that the Soroses, his children, paid you $10,000 to try to indict Trump. I mean, you were that damn cheap. You are a cheap date. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. But before that, Alvin Bragg said no. So I guess maybe the money got a little bit good. Let me see. Nicole says, you can't disagree with an attorney unless you're a lawyer. Well, I do. And I disagree with my sister. She's a lawyer. So, and she's a tax attorney. Oh my goodness. Woo! That is a whole other level. You have defense attorneys. You have yeah, I'm talking about you, sister. Yeah. Both parties have super PACs. Most definitely. They do. Natalie says, I am a conservative hippie. And I think you can save everyone, but do it under a budget. Lessen everyone because okay. Yeah, that is true because not everything you hear is true. That's absolutely right. About the law, what I wanted to know, and I was able to find this out, is that you have man, no, I'm not going to get into that. Nope, I'm not going to have any troubles on this channel. My other channel, I say things what I shouldn't, and YT took 1,200 watch hours away from me. I could have been monetized a long time ago, but you got people, they get me here and they get me on Instagram and Politics with Laura. I'm like, I can't stay out of trouble. I just can't. Yeah, it is their field. And even about the law, yeah. I don't listen to MAGA. I mean, okay, that right there is okay. You don't have to listen to MAGA. I like hearing all perspectives. That's just me. I like hearing all perspectives because I may find something useful in what that person's saying. And I may not agree. Because we could always agree to disagree, still shake hands. I always say this on Politics with Laura. We could agree to disagree. We could shake hands and have a soda and walk away friends, or walk away having respect for one another. So I don't try to let politics get me in a point to where I'm going to shout you down. No. That right there's too much, way too much. But Nathan, oh man, he is in no man's land. Oh man, Nathan, you messed up. You let the bottom half of your body beat you out of your money. Oh my goodness. Oh man. She kicked you to the curb. Yep. Oh my goodness. Nathan Wade. Let me see. Did I bring his picture up? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You truly can't, Nathan. What Nathan did, and Fanny was unattached. And it's and to me, Fanny knew that he was married at some point and still went along with it anyway. She knows the law. She prosecutes people who break the law. Okay. She knew he was married and she went along with it anyway. He wasn't divorced. And she knows that if you don't sign on that dotted line and have that divorce decree, you're not divorced. So he could sit there and say, oh, well, Jocelyn did that in 2015. And in my mind, I was divorced. Really, Nathan? Really, Nathan? Really? You're a lawyer. You're a lawyer. You defend people that mess up. And you're talking that wild stuff? In my mind. Now, I could say, you know, my man cheated on me. And in my mind, we are no longer together. So I'm going to be with that guy over there. That's one thing I say it. And I know that it's wrong. But whatever he did, I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. But Nathan is completely different. And he's completely different. Let me see. Oh, Nathan will get his, hopefully. Oh, Nathan is going to get his. He is going to get his. The big dummy. The big dummy. Now this is what I think. This is what's going through my head. Okay. Nathan, to me, he seems like, okay, to me, in my mind, what my belief and based on information out there, my belief is a jigga-hoe. Okay. You're like, BGD, what is a jigga-hoe? Okay. A gigolo and a hoe, a straight hoe, you know, the garden tools. It's flat and okay. He's a jigga-hoe. He's a gigolo because he got paid by the women. They paid, oh my goodness. They paid him. He got money by being with these women. There's no way of getting around that. If Fannie had never received that, became a district attorney, right? They would not have been doing the things that they had been doing. He got a lot of money out of her. And guess who is on the hook for that? Fannie, not Nathan, Fannie. She's the one that said, okay, I'm going to pay you $250 an hour. Look, Sonia said $500. Oh, and she got fired. Fannie managed to keep her job. I got to say, look, you could call Fannie a lot of different things. You could say whatever. She kept her job. And she fought 18 lawyers. 18 lawyers, and a lot of them are corporate lawyers. She fought them and kept her job, but she got rid of Nathan. He lost his job, but he went ahead. He raked up, as I swear, out of between Sonia and Fannie, he got well over $1 million. Oh, okay. Okay, let me see. Say, yeah, Nicole says, I'm not feeling him at all. It was a job. And she was lucky he agreed to prosecute this case. Yeah. And now it's going to be very difficult just seeing what they went through. Anybody else who comes in, they're going to investigate what color draws you have. Because Donald Trump is a former president. He wants to be president, and he's going to fight tooth and nail. Now, Fannie was not Letitia James. Letitia James was smart because she's like, okay, I have to have clean hands. My hands must be clean, and I must have some lotion on them, okay? And I must have gloves because I cannot have any dirt on my hands. They must be clean. And she got that conviction. She got the conviction. Now, Fannie, too sloppy. She's sloppy and messy. I'm not saying that she doesn't know the law. I can't say that because I have $7.50 worth of law. Fannie kept her job, but she may have to prosecute this case. And if she does, it's going to be quite interesting to watch. It is. Because if she comes out like this, has her hands on her hip, you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a double liar. You're a triple liar. Man, it's going to be a mess. Fannie will probably prosecute it herself with the other two individuals on the case. Now, I got to say, I watched Nathan. I was so unimpressed with Nathan and his performance. It seemed like that he just got out of law school. That was just simply my observation. I mean, just the way he did things was butt backwards. He gave everybody what they're supposed to have at the hearing while they're complaining. Here, take these 8 terabytes. Here's everything. Now you can't complain anymore, even though it took me 5 months to give it to you. Now you got it. Just shut up about it. Shut up about it. I mean, but Miss Young, she really gave Trump's lawyers. She really went there. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me go ahead and sign off. Please like, subscribe, share. Also, I have a subscription. Memberships. Check me out. And I want to thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Also, I want to thank you, Natalie. Thank you very much. If Fannie does lose her job, it may come from Congress because Jim Jordan is over the judiciary. Jim Jordan has to get his people that prosecute, get them under control because Fannie is out of control. Not only that, Governor Kemp signed into law changing the corrupt prosecutors. Now Jim Jordan, he's doing that all over the United States, and it's going to have Fannie's name on it. Oh man, she is going to be the most hated person in the entire United States. Oh, you're very welcome. You are very welcome. Okay, I don't know if Jim Jordan is a liar. I don't know. But if he is, it's going to be exposed. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for spending time with me, and thank you for engaging with me. On that note, be safe. Have a great night, day, wherever you are. Bye-bye.